Hello, Brian Conway here, and welcome to this video. We're going to talk about a technique that I call funnel inversion, and its benefit to you, if you should implement something similar into your business, is the fact that it not only will help you increase the numbers of conversions you get of people into paying customers, but actually give you the opportunity to increase your fees as well, the actual amount of money you charge, so sort of per transaction. So I think you'll find it incredibly valuable. Now, one of the hardest parts of businesses for many, and not all obviously, particularly my clients, but for many, is client acquisition. I said it's getting new customers. And as you know, if you follow any of my stuff, one of the things I focus a lot on is the psychology of buying. Right? It's not about tricks and techniques and kind of trying to coerce people into doing something they wouldn't normally do. When I talk about the psychology of buying, I'm talking about just understanding how people make purchasing decisions and just aligning what we do from a marketing perspective so that it is more effective with the way people actually like to buy. Okay, and that's what this particular technique, funnel inversion, will do for you. Now, I can't proclaim to have created this. It's actually something I learned from a very good friend of mine, a chap called Louviere. In fact, he's actually my coach and mentor and has been for a number of years. Eric is an expert in online marketing in particular, and yes, I do have a coach and mentor, even though I have run a very successful business. So yes, I don't only sell coaching and mentoring, I use it as well. I believe you just cannot beat having somebody outside your business giving you a different perspective, different insight, different skills and training and knowledge and experience for growing your own company. So yeah, Eric is my mentor, and a big shout out to Eric. So that's where this technique came from. It's slightly modified for types of businesses that I work with, but it's a very simple technique if you understand its power as well. So the real kind of goal with this technique is to start by creating for your business what a high ticket product, okay, or what I often refer to as a kind of a premium service of some sort. So by high ticket, I mean that it has higher monetary value to your business and ultimately, obviously, what the customer would pay for that particular service. Right? So you create a high ticket product. And then the way we position this is that you obviously would have the thing that you normally sell down here. Let's say it was a product that's normally retails at whatever it might be, £800 or $800, depending what your preferred currency is. Okay, so this is what you normally sell. But what you do in this process is that rather than bringing people into your funnel and maybe trying to upsell them to your high ticket offer, is that you actually lead with the high ticket offer, a high ticket product, your premium service, and then downsell to your standard offering. Now, why would you do that? Well, this is really where as I said, the psychology bit comes into play. So let me give you an example. I'll give you an example from my own business, and then you'll see exactly how this works. So a little bit behind the curtains here, maybe exposing some of my techniques a little too much, but you'll see the value. So I run a platinum coaching program. Okay, it costs £24,000 a year. It really is a very select set of customers that I have. They have to meet certain criteria to even be part of the platinum coaching program. But I charge them £24,000 a year to do that. All right. Now, if I was to offer that to the majority of my potential customers, I know that kind of price point would probably be out of their reach. Now, the fact that it still comes with a 100% money back guarantee, or at least at the time of shooting this video, to the point where you've got nothing to lose because you get all your money back if you don't make loads of money from the techniques that we put in for our customers. And that's very much a done for you service as well. We build all their marketing systems, we write all their sales copy, we create all the automation so that it works on autopilot, etc. So it's all done for you. And if the customer doesn't get value from that, then they get their money back. So it's a fairly compelling proposition in its own right. However, I do recognise that most people wouldn't be able to afford that. So if I start with that product, my high ticket, and it's not my highest ticket product either, but if I start with that top level coaching program, knowing most people can't afford it, what it does, it anchors, and that's what we call it, kind of anchors in this perceived value. If I charge that amount of money with a full money back guarantee, crikey, what I do for people must be good. I just wish I could afford it. Right? But let's assume that a business can't, then what I can then come in with is some of my lower priced products. So for example, I have a Profits Explosion coaching program. It's a 12-week, sometimes I refer to it as 12-week blitz. You might have seen it advertised as that. And that's £1,500. Okay. So if somebody wants this but can't afford it, but then see a much more accessible product on the market, which still gives you 12 weeks of personal access to me, my personal email address, my personal mobile and contact details, etc., etc. We get on weekly coaching calls. They get all the training on how to implement the exact same system that's up here, but it's obviously not done for them. Then people are thinking, God, well, at least if I can get access to Brian and his training and his systems and receive the kind of value that I would get if he was doing it all for me, then there's a perceived value in this. So hopefully you can kind of see the psychology there. It's like, this is great, but it's slightly out of reach. But if I could get this, then wow, hopefully maybe one day I'll make enough money to be able to ascend to these higher coaching programs. That's kind of how people buy. It's that fear of loss of something that actually compels them to make a decision at a lower price point level. So the point here is now that you will get significantly greater conversions of your lower priced product or service by making it aware to people that there is a high ticket offer and product that's available. All right, so you get much better conversions here. Great news, sometimes people buy this. All right? In fact, I know of people that have created high ticket products, defined it all, no intention of actually really selling it, but people have come in and bought this. If you had a 10k product up here compared to your £800 product down here and somebody bought that, well, that's equivalent to 10, 12 of these customers. So it can actually significantly increase the sort of turnover of your business as well. But the point here is, it says you get much greater conversions at this point here, which is one of the goals of this inverted funnel. But the other thing is that because of this perceived value that you're creating, you can quite often increase, as I said, the fees that you charge for some of your lower products. You may be able to increase that to £1,000 product, $1,000 product, or whatever is appropriate, and people will still pay that now because they're comparing that price point to something that's worth tens of thousands of pounds. Okay, now that is what I call the inverted funnel, because I bring most of my people into the high, or offer them the high ticket products, not necessarily this top one, that platinum that I've just spoken about. I have other services at slightly lower price points, but I typically will offer a much higher price point product and downsell to something a little bit more affordable if that's appropriate. And that's kind of why I call it inverted, because most people come in and try and sell something and then upsell to another product. You're probably well aware of that technique. And there's nothing wrong with that technique, it's just a different strategy to this one. And that's all I'm trying to give you, some different ways and different ideas and different thoughts of marketing techniques that you can implement into your business. So I hope you've got great value from that. If you liked this video, please do share it. Leave a comment in one of the boxes below wherever you're watching this video, whether it's on Facebook or on my blog. Please leave a comment or hit the share button or the like button. It's a benefit to all of us if we do that. And I wish you the best of luck in implementing something like this into your business. I will say as a caveat, kind of be careful. Don't kind of change your whole business model. One of the things I often talk about is testing, because lots of businesses are different. There's lots of variables in business. People often say to me, should I do this or should I do that? I go, well, it kind of depends. Very annoying answer, but things do depend on other aspects. So test it. That's all I would say. Maybe every other customer or recent client tried something similar that we talked about with every fourth customer, so 25% of their prospects, they tried the new technique, so they didn't impact their kind of cash flow and existing run rate of business, and then have gradually migrated as they've seen the results to offering it to everybody. So test first, it's always the safest way to do things, but hopefully you've kind of got an idea of how this psychology behind this will help your prospective customers actually buy more of your services. So take care, like it, share it, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. I'm Brian Conway. Bye-bye.